Traders think that the key to success or the key to becoming a consistently profitable forex trader is complexity. What do I mean by complexity? More indicators, more strategies, more screen time, more trading. But here is the truth: the more complicated your trading becomes, the harder it is for you to stay consistent. And without consistency in trading, profitability is impossible. So today we are going to be talking about how we can simplify our forex trading strategy and our forex trading journey, and how this might just be the smartest move that we can make. Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of our weekly lectures on market psychology. So if this is your first time joining us, or if this is your first time coming across our video, please make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification button so that anytime we drop any new content, you are going to be one of the first people to get a notification. And it is also going to be a plus for us, a sign of you showing love for us, right? Because YouTube is going to be recommending this content to more traders out there. And so, if you're somebody who really likes helping others, then it is a good idea for you to give this video a thumbs up. So, forex traders are not are very open-handed people. They give a lot. So, please do give by hitting that like button. So today we are going to be talking about simplifying our forex trading strategy for consistent long-term profits. So the goal of every trader is to see profits come in a long run, or in a long term, or come in regularly. So at times the market could give us losses, but we want to make sure that the number of times that the market gives us losses does not outweigh the number of times that we win. And so, for you to be a consistently profitable trader, one of the things, consistent trading, consistent success in trading, first of all, begins in the mind. All right. So, everybody gets into trading and we think that we are just going to press some buttons, and by the end of the day we are going to achieve consistency. All right. So most traders, most of us, we think that trading should be complicated. The more we use technical analysis, the more we learn everything about trading, the more we learn everything new that comes up in trading, the more profitable we are going to become. But that is not true. That is a myth. The more indicators we have on our charts, the more trend lines we draw, the more support resistance, the more points of interest we pick out. So look at somebody who studies support resistance, trend lines, studies SMC, studies Wyckoff, studies ICT, and tries to apply all of these principles on the same chart, because they think that by doing this, they are going to be doing a lot of work. So there is a big myth in trading, or something that works actually in real life, but when we bring it into trading, it does not actually work, which is hard work, right? So hard work in trading is actually what causes a lot of people to overtrade and to burn out, right? So when you have a lot of things to look out for, when your system is too complex, when you cannot just look at a few parameters and you have your setup, then you are looking out for many things. At the end of the day, you get tired, you get mental fatigue, and also you suffer from analysis paralysis. So you have trend lines, other blocks, support resistance, all of these areas, ICT concepts mapped out on your chart. Which one are you going to follow? Which one are you going to follow? So complexity in the market does not actually mean you are going to be profitable. So the myth that we usually have in trading is that, especially for beginners, right? When beginners come into trading, this is a trap that we usually fall into. And we believe that success lies in mastering a dozens of indicators or building some magical formula out there, or that there is a magic strategy out there that the successful traders are using, and you must get that strategy. That is why we find a lot of people jumping from one mentor to the next, because they think that there is something that this mentor knows, or there is a magic strategy that this mentor should know that this person does not know. And if I can just get hold of this strategy, if I can just get hold of this, then I am going to be a profitable trader. That is not true. That is a big lie. Okay. There is no magic there. There is no magic formula. There is no strategy out there that is going to give you 100% consistency in trading. So you start second guessing, and but the truth is that the more you have tools on your the more tools you have on your chart, the more noise that you create. The more indicators you have on your chart, the more lines you have drawn on your chart, the more points of interest you have drawn on your chart, the more you're going to create noise on your chart. And the idea about trading is not for us to gather a lot of noise, right? It is for us, most of us, we think that it is us gathering more information that helps us to make informed decisions. But I think that it is us being able to filter out what does not work, what is not needed, and going just with what works, that we have more clarity in trading. So, technical analysis is not about gathering all the information that we have out there. It is about filtering out the noise, right? Removing the noise, and then we have clarity. It is from this clarity that we are able to trade more peacefully. And if we have a lot of noise on our chart, what happens? We start to second guess ourselves at every entry, all right? Over analyzing every candle and losing trust in our trading process. And the reality is that all this confusion, all this complexity, what complexity does is that it reduces clarity, it drains your clarity, all right? And so your clarity is gone. And when clarity is gone, what does it mean? It means that you are not going to be thinking very rationally in the market. You're going to be second guessing yourself, you're going to be over trading, and you're going to be trading out of emotions. So that is what complexity does for you, my friends. And if you don't understand this, especially for my beginners, when you think that you should learn everything that is out there, and some mentors, they even encourage this by saying that just be learning, just learn everything, you are going to find your way. It is good to have knowledge across a bulk of things, but at the end of the day, how well you can simplify your strategy is going to count on how well you're going to be making money out of the foreign exchange market. So, if your strategy is not in such a way that you can explain it to somebody in less than 5 minutes, then know that your strategy is too complicated. Okay, now simplicity always wins. Okay, simplicity wins. And why does simplicity win? A simple strategy will focus on what truly matters: price, structure, discipline, filtering out all the noise. Remember that we said simplicity is not about us, or technical analysis or trading is not really about us gathering all the information out there, but it is being able to gather that information and we filter out the noise, because most of the information that we have out there is noise. So our ability to filter out that noise and we have clarity, that is what leads to profitability. Clarity equals profitability. So when our system is clean and our rules are clear, the execution becomes effortless, right? So I just need to see an indecision candle followed by a bullish candle or a bearish candle on my support or on my resistance for me to take a trade. That is a very simple entry mechanism for me. That is my own mechanism that I use to enter. And it is simple. I don't really need to break my head for me to see that pattern. And when the pattern does not appear, what do? I leave the market be. I leave it be. All right. So this is what simplicity does to you. It brings down this cumbersome thing that we call trading into a very simple process. And so you are not no longer forcing anything in the market, but you are in that state of flow with the market because you're not forcing anything. That is when trading becomes effortless. You stop chasing trades and you start waiting for your setups to come to you. That is what simplicity does to you. When you have very simple rules, when you have very simple structure, you follow price action, you follow the trend, you know what you want to do, you have a simple way of entering and getting out of trades. You have simple rules around your trades, your entries. Is it a break and retest entry? Is it a continuation entry? What type of entry? How are you going to do this? All of these things, you pre-plan them, and you're going to find out that trading becomes less stressful and more effortless. So simplicity is going to allow us, it allows us to manage risks better, control our emotions, and think in probabilities and not possibilities. It transforms trading from gambling into a process. And this process is what guarantees our trading success. So, if you've been following up with us, uh, we have always been saying this. I've always been saying this. Your success in trading depends on the process that you bring into the moment of performance. Meaning that if you have a good process, you have good results. If you have a bad process, you have bad result. That is the reality of it. Now, why trading is so different from our normal day-to-day job is that when you are going in for a job, you are not actually going in for a job. Most people are not going in for that job because of the process, right? They are going in because they are motivated by the reward, which is the salary. Okay, now they have certainty. They know that if I work by the end of the month, I am guaranteed that I am going to get my salary. But you come into trading, all right, and there is no guarantee that even after you work, you are going to get paid. You could do a very good job and you still not get paid. So, in our normal day to day jobs, right, we say that the more you work, hard work equals more pay. But come into trading and overtrade, and you're going to see the reality of trading. Come to trading and you overcomplicate your system because it says hard work, right? After all, that is what they say. Hard work equals to success, right? We sing about we sing about hard work all the time. And when we bring this mentality into trading, it is very catastrophic for us. So, doing more in trading does not always guarantee that you are going to be making more profits. Instead, it guarantees that you are exposing yourself to more risks. So the more you do in trading, the more you expose yourself to risks and the more you stand the possibility of not making money. So the number one reason why most retail traders don't make money in trading is because they overtrade. They take a trade, they win, and they feel like they can make more, and they overtrade, and they end up blowing the account. They take a loss and they cannot accept the loss, and emotions start kicking back, right? And what happens is we overtrade again and we blow our account. That is a typical journey for the retail trader, and this is happening over and over again. So your trading success will not be centered in how complicated or how nicely coined your strategy is, but in how simple and effective your strategy is. And I always like to tell people as well that everybody in the world is different. All of us, we are different. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. Well, in our morning classes today, in our morning lectures today, and morning analysis, because we usually hold analysis every morning. We teach, we hold analysis every morning. So, I was talking about self awareness in trading, the power of self awareness in trading. Now, when you are somebody who is aware of your own strengths and your own weaknesses, then you can come into trading and you say, oh, this is where my strengths lie in. This is where my weaknesses are. So if I know that my strengths lie in trend line, I like to use trend lines. If you see most of my analysis, you're going to see that I am a prototype trend line trader. And the reason is because they are simple and effective for me to use. And some people, trend lines might not be simple and effective to them like it feels or it seems to me, which is perfectly fine. But out there, when somebody sees that this person is there making money out of this strategy called whether the blah 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 strategy, the next thing is that they're abandoning their strategy and they're running to start learning and the strategy that they just learned about. That is the typical thing that we do as traders, especially for beginners. So, this is how we complicate our trading system and our trading journey. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, right? We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And trading in itself is already a stressful profession. So you, the trader, you must be able to do everything possible to maintain a calm self and a calm nature when you are trading. So simplifying your trading system, simplifying your trading journey is also a very important step that you have to take on your trading journey. And also, when it comes to your trading journey, you're going to see that the mindset that we bring into trading usually betrays us because the mindset is always like this: I want to make money. And we are coming in with expectations and we want to make money in the shortest time possible. So these are expectations. This is one of the ways in which we complicate our trading system. Again, this is how we make our trading system or our trading journey very complex by having expectations, focusing on outcome. So if you did not check the video from last week, you can go and check it. Outcome goals and process goal and how they affect our growth as traders. All right. So simplicity will always win. Simplicity lets you get clarity, and clarity lets you get profit from the market. Okay. Now, how do we simplify our forex trading? How do we simplify our trading? The first thing is for you to strip your chart, okay? The first thing is for you to strip your chart. Remove the unnecessary things that you have on your chart, the unnecessary indicators, the unnecessary trend lines, the fooling of your chart or the filling of your chart with all types of trend lines or all types of analysis, all methods of analysis. All that noise is not needed on your chart. The more simple your chart is, the more you have where to look at. So when I draw my trend line, I'm looking at only one point. I'm just looking for price to either come, break below, give me a retest, or give me a bounce from the trend line. That is it. That is just what I am looking to see. But if you have a lot of things that you're looking out for, at times I could combine psychological levels, at times I could combine demand structures as well. But it is not going to be a noisy chart. So the more noise on your chart, the more confusion you bring, and the more confusion, the more you're going to find it very difficult to execute very promptly. So strip your chart, remove the unnecessary things, and keep only what helps you make better decisions. The next thing that we can do to simplify our trading is to master one setup. Yes, master one setup. One setup, okay, can give you more profit than when you want to trade every setup in the market. There is a famous saying from Bruce Lee. I think everybody knows Bruce Lee. If you are growing up watching Bruce Lee's movies, then you must know Bruce Lee. He says, I fear not the man who has practiced 1,000 kicks, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times. There is a lot of value in that. The person who has practiced one kick 1,000 times has practiced precision, but a person who has practiced 1,000 kicks has spread themselves all over the place. And so that person who has practiced one kick 1,000 times is very, very dangerous. There is also this small fighter, I think it's a Korean or an Asian, I think. She practices, and her practice is just one style of fighting, just a kick, all right? And she has practiced with that same style over and over. And with that same style, she has been destroying a lot of fighters. So, my friends, don't be that person that wants to learn every strategy in the market. Master one setup. Don't try to trade everything. Find one that fits your personality and trade it with precision. Okay? Find one setup. Work with that setup over and over. Become a master at it. You don't want to become a jack of all trades but a master of none, but you want to become a master of something. Even if you have ideas on other things, but be a master of something. Because I trade trend lines does not mean that I don't have ideas on other concepts in trading. I do, but I choose to trade what fits best with my personality. Something that when I am applying on my chart, it does not feel as if I am forcing anything in the market. That is how trading should feel. Trading should feel very effortless. The moment trading starts to feel like a burden to you, know that you're definitely not doing it rightly. There is something that you're not doing correctly. Follow structure and risk management. Follow your structure and apply proper risk management. What is structure? Structure is you following the trend in the market. Follow the structure of the market, follow the trend in the market, and apply proper risk management. By proper risk management, we mean proper lot sizing, proper leveraging, proper number of trades. You don't enter 5 trades at the same time. because you went online and you saw somebody do that. Enter one trade, manage it. Don't add to losing trades, all right? All of those things, you should be able to apply that. And these are going to help you. So do this long enough and you will realize that consistency doesn't come from you doing more, but it comes from you mastering one and actually doing less. Do this over and over. It is not going to happen in one day. That is the truth about it. It is not going to happen in one day. But the more you do it, the more you consistently work on it, the more it is going to become a habit for you. So trading is a habit, all right? Trading is a habit, and a habit is something that we develop over time. And so I always tell people as well that you need to give yourself ample time to experience the market and for the market to also experience you. Don't be in a rush to make money in trading and end up giving your money back to the market. All right. So, what should we take away from all of this? What mindset, what key shift should happen in your mind? The key, all right, remember that your goal as a trader or our goals as traders is not to impress anyone with our fancy charts. It is not how nice looking your charts are. It is not how beautiful you do your analysis. It is not how much you know. It is not how fancy or how big the terms that you know in trading. All right. It is not it that determines your trading success. Your goal as a trader is to grow your account, protect your capital, and to trade with confidence. Your goal is not to validate or to seek external validation. It is not to impress people. It is not to prove a point to somebody. Once you start trading because you want to prove a point to somebody, you have already set up yourself for a lot of failure and for a lot of trouble. Okay, so you don't trade because you want to prove a point to somebody. You trade because you want to be an effective trader, not because you want to prove a point to anybody. When you come into trading, the best thing that you can do for yourself is that you should keep a lot of people, especially those negative people. We all have negative friends. Those friends that when you tell them anything, they will talk down on it. When you tell them about an idea, they'll always bring up a negative response to it. Keep your things away, keep your trading away from them, keep it away from your family members, keep it away from people who are going to pressurize you until the success in trading becomes permanent. Okay, that is what you should do. Keep it away from them, and you are going to see that complexity in trading might look like it is a smart move. You are being a smart trader, and simplicity might feel like you are not really effective, you're not a smart trader, but simplicity pays more than being smart. So, simplify your trading, trust your process, and watch your consistency in trading grow. Simplicity, my friends, is your number one key that is going to lead you to consistent profitability in trading. Don't think that it is by you mastering everything that you see about trading out there. If you take up trend lines and you keep on working on trend lines for the next 1 year, I bet you that by the end of the year, you are going to become one of the most proficient trend line traders. if you pick up support resistance and you just be working on support resistance till the end of the year, you're going to realize that you're going to become the most proficient trader on support resistance. And if you pick up maybe Wyckoff theory, SMC, Wyckoff's theory, SMC, and ICT, they have some principles in their theories are the same, right? So just pick up one of these methods and you work with them till the end of the year. Give yourself 1 year, okay? So trading is not a get rich quick scheme. So the mistake that most of us do is that when we come into trading, we think that okay, it's a field that is free entry for everybody. But here is the big mistake that we make, and here is where most traders fall into this trap. Even though entry into trading is free, this is where the big trap lies in. And there is enough money, right? 6 trillion US dollar. So everybody feels like if I get into trading, I can be able to make money within the shortest time possible. And you go online and it is validated by the things that you watch online. And so you come into trading with your preconceived expectations. And when the market humbles these expectations, you start blaming the market. The thing with expectations is that usually our own expectations are the ones that kill us. So you expect somebody to be in a certain way, and when the person is not that way, you get angry. But you're getting angry because of your own expectations. So you come into trading, you're expecting to get quick money, quick wins. And by the end of the day, you don't get any quick wins. And when you don't get any quick win, what happens? You get frustrated, and you're getting frustrated because of your own built expectations that were built by you. So when we come into trading like this, we feel that trading is very easy and we can just press a button and we make money. And that is the big trap. Because it is free of entry, we feel that within the shortest time possible, we are going to be making money. But now, professional trading, all right, is just like you going through our normal education system. So you get into, let's not over exaggerate it, let's just begin from the university level. So you get to your first year, your second year, your third year, and you get a degree. Or maybe you get an HNZ. Let's just say for generality purpose, let's say you get your degree after 3 years. And after 3 years, if you want to increase your level, right, you could give him either 1 or 2 more years and you get the master's degree. And if you want to become a PhD holder, a professional, then you need to give him a couple of years again. For you to become a professional, you have taken about 10 years for you to become a professional. And in trading, you want to become a professional trader. And because there is this free entry and exit from the market, and because we have these preconceived expectations within us that we can come into trading and within the shortest time possible, we make money, we come into trading and we feel that we can become profitable traders within the shortest time possible. That is a lie that you're telling to yourself. So the first thing is that you should understand that in the same way that you're going to go through the normal education system to become a professional, that is the same way that you are going to go through trading to become a professional. You go through the first year, the second year, the third year, and you get to a certain level of experience. More time in the market increases more experience, and at one level you can now become a PhD holder in trading. Okay, so that is it. So these are important mindset shifts that we must have, that we must incorporate into our trading so that these can help us more in our trading. All right. So these are things that we could add to our trading, and it helps us very, very well in trading. So the message today, my friends, is that simplifying your trading, trusting your process, and letting the noise, removing most of the noise, because most of the things that there is, it's not because we don't have information out there. There is an abundance of information out there, and within this abundance of information, most of the information is just distraction. So the difficulty is not even in finding the information, but it is being able to find the right information within the multitude of information that we have. And so your job as a trader is to find, to go in between the noise and filter out that noise, and you bring out what is necessary and you work with what is necessary. That is what we mean by simplifying your trading system, simplifying your trading journey. And you are going to see that consistency and growth is going to come faster than you thought. So in trading, less is more, all right, and more is less. That is how trading is. That is the paradox in trading. And most of us, we don't understand this, especially beginner. If you're a beginner and you're listening to me today, know that you are very blessed, because when we come into trading, we first of all think that doing more is going to guarantee our success. But at the end of the day, doing less in trading is what guarantees our success. So less equals more in trading, and more equals less. Simplicity isn't a weakness in trading, but simplicity is mastery. So remember, your goal as a trader isn't to impress the chart, all right, or to impress anyone, but it is for you to grow your account size over time. And complexity might look like something which is very fancy, very smart, right? But at the end, the smarter move is to keep your trading simple, because simplicity pays more than complexity. Okay, so strip your chart, trust your setup, and master the art of doing less. Because in forex trading or in the financial world, less truly is more. Okay, so if you have watched us right to the end of this video, and if you found the presentation valuable, please stay connected for more insight on forex trading, forex strategy, forex trading psychology, mindset, and market consistency. Hit on the subscribe button, like the video, so that this video gets to reach a multitude of traders out there. And don't forget to hit the notification button. So if you are not in our Telegram channel, please make sure to join our Telegram channel, where we provide you with valuable content every day on technical analysis, mindset, trading psychology, and emotional regulation. All right. So the link is in the description below, and the Telegram channel name is Easy Forex 007. So this is it on our screen, but you can check out the link and you just click on it. If you have any questions, you have any suggestions, you have anything you want to talk about, here is our number on the screen. You can either call us or you leave us a message on WhatsApp. You can take my WhatsApp number as well, and you get to me and you save my number, because I also endeavor to teach on my WhatsApp status. So just having my contact is also a bonus for you. And if this is your first time coming to this channel, then you probably we'll have to understand that forex trading is built on three pillars: your trading mindset, your psychology, your emotional regulation. Secondly, your methodology, that is your strategy. And thirdly, your broker, because there is no way you're going to trade the financial market without passing through a broker. And the more you use a good broker, the more you're guaranteed to receive your money with no hassle. And so we recommend Ixness as our choice broker. The link is also in the description, and all the links can also be found in our pinned comment. So reach out to us anytime, and we are going to be very, very happy to respond to you anytime. If you want to join our mentorship program, or you want to find out anything concerning our mentorship programs, please let us know, both the physical and the online mentorship program. Please let us know, and we are going to point you in the right direction. So, my friends, have a great rest of your time. May the universe continue to guide, bless, provide for you each and every step of the way. God bless you all, and have a great rest of your time. Bye bye.